Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Did you watch my previous video? Maybe it left you feeling inspired and excited. Maybe by the end of the video, you thought that, you know what, Pusha, meditation sounds awesome and I am completely sold. You decided that from tomorrow, you will start meditating every day. But were you able to do it? Maybe not. In that video, I mostly just talked about the benefits that I had experienced and why I loved the practice so much, but there were not really any practical tips or actionable steps that you could take to start meditating every day, right? Well, fear not, because that problem will be solved today. Before you actually start meditating every day, I need you to decide answers to a particular questions. So these questions will help you set up your daily meditation practice. The first question is, where will you meditate? This is an important question. We are used to doing certain things in certain places. For example, we work very well when we are at our offices. We sleep well in our own beds. We get hungry when we enter the kitchen. So, similarly, it's good to have a specific place dedicated for meditating. Maybe if you have a place where you pray within your home, so maybe an altar or a temple, then you can use that same place for meditation. That's completely fine. Or maybe you can use a particular corner of your house or a desk, which is what I do, and you can use that place for meditation only if possible. If it's not possible to use that desk or place for just meditation, maybe you also have to do other things on it. So that's fine. But just make sure that whenever you meditate at that one same place only, no matter what. This will help you get into the habit and the rhythm of doing it. It's genuinely very helpful. Another useful thing would be if you meditate while facing east. East is the direction in which the sun rises, so there are subtle frequencies or vibrations that can help you meditate better. It's not compulsory, but it can definitely be quite useful. So, along with the place for your meditation, so where you will meditate, something another question also ties in, which is what meditation posture will you use. It is very easy to get fascinated by cross-legged postures like the lotus posture and other siddhasana, sukhasana, and all those different variations of it. But you also need to be realistic with yourselves. We are not so flexible anymore. The lifestyles that we have, we are used to sitting at desks, we're used to sitting in chairs and things like that. So sitting cross-legged is not that easy for most of us anymore. So it is important to be realistic with yourself. Don't fall in love with the romantic idea of being a yogi who meditates in a cross-legged posture. It's not worth it if you're not comfortable with it. So sit straight in a chair. That's completely fine. You don't need to fold your body into a pretzel, into shapes that you're not comfortable with, just to meditate. It's completely fine to sit straight like this on a chair and meditate. So don't worry about that. If you do want to sit cross-legged, one useful tip that I have would be to get a meditation cushion. So a cushion will raise your hips above your knees, which will help you keep your back straight. So this is just a interesting, I don't know, biomechanics tip or something that I have found or noticed, and it's quite common, to be honest. It's common among people who meditate and do yoga and things like that. They know it quite well. So when your hips are at a higher level than your knees, it is easier to hold your back straight. Whereas a lot of people sit cross-legged, but their knees are not very flexible, so their knees are high and their hips are lower, so they end up slouching like this and put strain on their backs. So don't do that. Either sit on a chair or get a meditation cushion if you're really serious about sitting cross-legged. Work on your flexibility and do that. Sitting in those postures is helpful, no doubt, but being comfortable is more important. Enjoying the process, or at least being not feeling pain while being during the process is more important. Because to be honest, initially you won't find it enjoyable no matter what posture you use, but at least the practice should not be painful to you. So um, please make sure that you should sit comfortably wherever you sit. again, have a fixed place, even if you're sitting cross-legged, maybe on the floor, maybe on your bed. um, have that same fixed place. I would not recommend people to meditate on their beds, especially not when you're just getting started out, because you will get sleepy if you try to meditate on your bed. So ideally, try to avoid that. Use a different place, and use a comfortable posture. The next question is, when will you meditate? Meditating just after waking up. So the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is you meditate. That's a great idea. Meditating just before going to sleep at night. That is also a great time to meditate. Meditating at both of these times is fantastic. Meditating after you shower is also very useful. Other than that, to be honest, any time that you use, it is better than not doing it at all. Try to avoid meditating after you have had a heavy meal, because again, it can make you sleepy, it can make you drowsy. So ideally, whether you do it in the morning or evening is up to you. It depends on what kind of a person you are. It depends on whether you're a morning person or an evening person. But yeah, just either way, either works fine. There's not you don't have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 in the morning and start meditating. That's not necessary. You need to be able to fit it into your routine, the way your day. I don't know what your day looks like. I don't know whether your mornings are free or evenings are free. So you need to schedule your day as per what is convenient to you. But just make sure that, like I said, avoid doing it after heavy meals, avoid doing it on your bed, and do it at times that is most convenient to you. Do it at times when you, if you can shower before meditating, if you can exercise, those can also be useful, because those things can help you relax. So that can help you get into meditation better. And again, doing it as in a way that you becomes a part of your routine. So for example, if you do it, the first thing you do when you wake up is you meditate. So it's easier to make it a habit, and it easily becomes a part of your routine. So you just get out of bed and you sit in your meditation chair and you start meditating. Same goes with after showering. So once you're done with your shower, before you get dressed, you meditate for a few minutes or whatever it is, and then you go about with the rest of your day. So the important thing is to integrate it with your daily routine, and to do it in a manner that is as smooth as possible. So again, have a fixed time, and do it. Having that fixed time and fixed place every day will help you build that rhythm. It will help you build that momentum. And those two questions are actually very important. And having those answers fixed and clear beforehand will help you stay consistent and stick with it much better than just deciding that, okay, today I feel like meditating, so I will sit here and I'll meditate at, I'm free right now, so let's do it right now. And tomorrow, okay, no. And then the next day you have something else going on, so you do it at some other random time, and then tomorrow maybe you do it in your living room, and it's not worth it, and it will not take you very far. So have a fixed place and have a fixed time. Those two things are very important. How long will you meditate for? This is also a question that you need to answer initially, and it is also important to be realistic with yourself. Starting with 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day is a good place to start. You can increase it as per what your targets are and what your availability is like. Um, so, yes, so like I said, answer that question first. How long are you going to meditate? And do it for that same duration, no matter what, at least initially, for the first few months or the first few years. Have that set, have a timer on your phone, or maybe have a stopwatch, whatever works better for you. I like to use a stopwatch because when the timer runs, because I can tell how much I've meditated. So even when I know, even if I'm sitting and meditating, I know that 30 minutes have passed, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, because I've been doing it for so long. But starting out, I think a timer would work better. So put a timer on your phone for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Put that phone away, close your eyes, and start meditating. Um, Trust technology. You don't have to keep checking your phone again and again to see how much. time is left. So please don't do that. Like every minute you're unlocking your phone or watch or whatever you've got. Don't keep checking it every minute. That okay, this much time is left. This much time is left. That is just a distraction. Trust your phone the or your watch that it will ring when 5 minutes are up. So for those 5 minutes, you just don't bother with it. You just focus on your techniques, your breath, whatever it is that you're focusing on, and you continue meditating and let the phone do its thing. You can slowly increase your time in meditation as you want. Um, Maybe a couple of months down the line might be a better at it, but I think for the first few months, you don't need to worry about increasing your time or lengthening your duration. For now, for the first few weeks or months, it is just important to lay the foundations, just getting into the rhythm of sitting in that same place at that same time, doing those same techniques for that same duration. That is the important thing. Initially, you learn to lay the foundations first, and then you can build upon that later on. And the last question that I would want you to answer is, what are the techniques that you're going to practice? There are many meditation techniques. They're available all over the internet, all over YouTube. It's quite easy to find. I will be uploading some videos on meditation techniques as well, so you can use those as well. If you're only meditating for 5 minutes, then I don't think you need any techniques as such. You can just learn to close your eyes and focus on your breath for 5 minutes. That will be enough if you're only doing it for 5 minutes a day. If you're doing it for longer, then using alternate nostril breathing, using breath awareness, using some mantra meditation techniques, and so on, those will be very useful. If you want to go even longer, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then you will definitely need techniques. And for that, like I said, I will be posting some videos on my channel as well. And regardless, there are also a lot of tutorials available all over the internet anyway, so you can refer to those as well. So yeah, I think that those questions should be a good guideline for you to get started with. So remember, like I said, where will you meditate? Answer this question first. Decide a place that you can meditate every day, no matter what. Decide a time that you can meditate every day, no matter what. Then decide how long you're going to do it for and what techniques are you going to use. Maybe you just focus on your breath for 5 minutes. That's fine. Maybe you do some alternate nostril breathing. Maybe you do some mantra meditation. Maybe you contemplate certain divine images and gods that, as per your religious beliefs or whatever it is your preference, whatever it is that you're going to do, have those things decided out up front, because don't think that you can just wing it or decide it later on. That won't work. Lay these things first, as like I said, as a foundation, and then you can eventually learn to build upon these as well. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.